Hey guys, welcome to Marcus Loves Movies. My name is Marcus Lee and welcome to my Kate movie review, which is a brand new film you can watch on Netflix. Now, Kate is a nice name, but it's not a title that screams action movie, but that's what we've got. So let me give you a quick plot outline. Slipped a fatal poison on her final job, a ruthless Tokyo assassin called Kate has less than 24 hours to find out who ordered the hit and exact revenge. The movie stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Woody Harrelson and Miku Martineau, and it's directed by Cedric Nicholas Troyan. And another big name attached to this movie is David Leitch, who worked on the John Wick and Nobody movies, so you get a vibe of the sort of action that we're going to see. If you like movies like this, assassin movies where they've got one final job and then they're out of the game for good and they're going to start a brand new life, let me give you a tiny spoiler. You've seen this movie before because there's nothing massively new or original about this film. It's set in Tokyo, so that big skyscraper neon vibe is pretty cool, but there's nothing massively original here. All of the things that you're used to seeing in assassin movies are right here in this movie. For example, Kate has a handler, the person who sorts out her assassination jobs, and she's known this person since her youth. Kate also then has to protect a young person, this young girl, and that young girl, their relationship is going to develop, they're going to become like partners in crime, but obviously they're going to start off not liking each other, and because it's an assassin movie, there's going to be double crosses in there, because when you work in the field of assassination, you can never really trust the people that you're working with. So all of those typical things that you're used to seeing are right here. So when you hear the plot for this film and you watch the trailer, you might be thinking, hang on, isn't this just a female version of Crank? And you'd be right, because these films are very similar. And then you start to see that these films all sort of live in the same bubble. There's a bunch of films that are very similar to each other. So with Crank, you've got an assassin who's been poisoned and he needs to find out who has poisoned him so he can exact his revenge. And he's got electric to keep him going, to charge up his heart, to keep him alive. And then you think that film's quite similar to another film called Jolt, which I reviewed earlier this year, where she also needs electrical jolts and volts to keep her going. Watching Jolt reminded me of another film called Ava, which stars Jessica Chastain, in which she plays an assassin called Ava, and she's out there doing her thing, being a badass, shooting people as well. The problem with the films Jolt and Ava is that the female leads never felt massively believable in these roles. You never really felt like, oh yeah, I believe Jessica Chastain can kick ass like nobody's business. I believe that Kate Beckinsale is a badass who can beat anyone up if she feels like it, because she's angry and she wants to do that. When I saw Mary Elizabeth Winstead's name attached to this, I thought, well, she doesn't scream action hero. Yeah, we've seen her in Scott Pilgrim and Birds of Prey, but she doesn't look like the type of person who can beat up anyone that she likes. But she's proved me wrong. She handles herself really well in this, and there is some fantastic fight choreography. The thing I like about this movie is that there's actual genuine peril. Often when you've got the lead of an action film, they can beat up anyone they like. They can run into a room with 30 people and beat them all up, and they'll walk out and they'll say a cool one-liner and it's all going to be good. But in this movie, you've got some genuine peril. So whilst Kate can handle herself and she's great with a weapon and she's great with hand-to-hand combat, you also feel like she could genuinely get hurt. And there are scenes in this film where it really hurts. You can sense the pain on screen. It's violent, it's visceral, and you're genuinely worried for her. Yeah, it's a film that's 100 minutes long, so if there's a fight 30 minutes in, she's not going to die in this fight. She's got to make it to the end, but there are still fights which look like they genuinely hurt, and you are genuinely worried about her. There are some fantastic action sequences and fight sequences in this film. There's a fight sequence that I thought, yeah, this could give the Crazy 88 and Kill Bill a run for its money, but there's less than 88 people in it because, maybe this is a film with a smaller budget. But yes, some great fight sequences, some great action as well. Early on in the film, there's a car chase, which I thought was a little bit silly and a little bit cartoonish, and I was like, oh no, is this the kind of film that's going to be? Is it going to be a silly movie? But that's early on, and the film gets better as it goes along. The last thing I'll say about this film is about the title, and the title of the film is Boring. Kate is a lovely name, and if you're called Kate, it's a really nice name. I know Kates and they're lovely people, but as a name for an action film, it doesn't work. I mean, Kate, it could be about anything. It could be a period drama, it could be a rom-com. It sounds like a Sense and Sensibility movie. And I've noticed that with female-led action movies, assassin movies, we often have this thing where we just use the first name of the character. So you've got Hannah, Anna, Lucy, Everly. It's just boring. It's just the name of a person. It's like me making a movie called Marcus. Ooh, let's go watch Marcus. It's that action movie about a guy called Marcus. It's not exciting, is it? Use some imagination. Come up with a creative title. Gunpowder Milkshake. That's the movie that you want to see, and I'll be talking about that movie. So how good is this movie? Is it a decent movie to watch on a Saturday night on Netflix? Yes, it is. Is it a good movie to watch whilst you're eating your tea if you're a little bit squeamish? No, probably not, because it's got lots of blood and gore in it. Is it a bit of fun though? Yes, it is. Is it going to change your life? Probably not. So for that reason, I'm going to give this movie an official Marcus Loves Movies rating of, mini drum roll, 3 stars. So those are my thoughts about the movie, but I'd love to know what you thought about it as well. Did you like the movie or did you dislike it? Are you more likely to like the movie Kate if your name is Kate? Which then makes you think, are you more likely to like the movie Lucy if your name is Lucy? Or like the movie Everly more if your name is Everly? Would I like a movie called Marcus because my name is Marcus? Let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversation in the comment section. Whilst you're here, please, would you mind giving this video a thumbs up? I would really appreciate that. And also, if you like movie reviews like this one, if you like trailer reactions, film discussions, TV reviews, all of that good stuff, can I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and to also hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a brand new video. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time of your day to watch this video. Please stay tuned for the next one. So until then, take care of yourselves and thanks for watching.